We are talking about hobbies on today's show. We learned a little bit about the different opportunities there are here. We're going to look at a bit of an introductory lesson. Show me how it's done, Carey-Lynn.
So this is the introductory lesson that everybody gets on their first day of class. And basically what we talk about is how everybody has a hang up of being afraid to start a new picture. And if we think about instead in terms of anything that you select to draw can be broken down into shapes instead of things, it makes it a little bit easier to draw.
Okay.
So if we look at, say, this fox, for example, and we think of it in terms of shapes instead of having to draw the fox, and we look at his head can be broken down into a circle and a cone, and his ears can be broken down into some triangles. All of a sudden, drawing shapes is a little bit easier than drawing the actual things. It's totally just a mind game, but it really does take the pressure off of it. And then when we start to draw the picture, before we start looking for the shapes, we start really loose and sketchy to decide how big it's going to be on your paper and where it's going to be placed, instead of going into a whole bunch of detail very quickly.
Now, if we were to start drawing this, what shape would you start with? How would we do this?
If we were drawing this guy here, we would look at where he's placed on the paper, and we would just decide how big he's going to be first. And we're looking for things like his head is kind of a circular shape, his neck is kind of a rectangular shape, he's got a bit of a cone for his muzzle as it comes down towards the corner, his leg is kind of like a cylinder shape. So we're looking for where he's going to be placed first and how big he's going to be. And then we're looking for things like where's his center line, where's his eyes going to be fitting on that paper. So very gradually start adding more detail later on once I know he's going to be fitting later. So very gradually start adding more detail a little bit at a time so that I don't have to get to the bottom of the page, realize he doesn't fit on, and start all over again.
Right. So that's awesome. So there's really no need to be intimidated when you're coming to your first lesson.
Absolutely. It's really easy. It's not nearly as scary as you think it is. So.
Good, because it scares me. Again, I know we mentioned it earlier, but if people want more information on all of the classes happening here at Gail Adams, where should they go?
Our website is gailadamsartschool.com.
Excellent. Well, maybe I'm going to take up drawing now. Definitely a hobby to consider. Thank you so much, Carey-Lynn.
You're very welcome.
We'll have more on Go Saskatoon right after this.
Thanks so much.